Hello there. Once again, it's Anton from Anton Will Obey, and it's been a couple weeks since I've done some more alpha flights. I do intend to get through the entire series. It's just been busy doing other things. I also have updated my backdrop here. These beautiful, cool octopus bookends were a gift from my sister-in-law. So for Christmas, definitely wanted to utilize those in the setup. I just think they look awesome. So anyway, today we're looking at Alpha Flight 45 through 48. Thank you for stopping by for that, because I do appreciate it. So let's get into it. So we are long past the John Byrne run, and now we are into the White Sasquatch run, which I don't know. I wasn't upset with. I kind of liked it. I do think he looks much cooler orange, but I think at this point he's also in the body of a woman. I think he's in like Snowbird's body, and then she always chooses to transform into or I guess it's a he, always transforms into a Sasquatch for the purpose of the combat of it. So it's one of those things. I hate this haircut. I don't know what went wrong with that, but that looks awful. So once again, we don't have a ton going on in this issue. I don't think. I don't remember much happening in this one. Aurora is still using her new weird costume with her new terrible haircut. We have Madison Jeffries on the team, but I don't think he's using... I think we still have Roger Box inside the box. I don't think Madison Jeffries is in the box yet. So, yeah. He's got his body back, but he's like a creeper. Sasquatch is back from the dead. He's big and he's white. We've got some stuff going on. What's the little guy? I remember him. He was spying on the group. Heather's big 80s glasses. Puck getting all slashed up. Walter Lankowski. So basically, this is a big like revamp of the person and the character of Sasquatch, which is fine. We've also got Purple Girl. They are letting her stay here. She is still on the team at this point. I'm not mad at this art. I have seen some comics from this era have faded out with their coloring and everything. These look really sharp. This page especially is really popping sharp. So I appreciate that. They used a good inker or a good company when they colored it. Sometimes Marvel stuff just washed out. Yeah, there's the panel. So yeah, so Walter Langowski is now in the body of this woman, and I think that causes Aurora to break up with him and a whole bunch of other ridiculous things. I was thinking this already happened, but I guess this has not happened yet. It is hard to keep some of these straight. I have read the series. I know I've read it all the way through completely once, and various issues at different times. I don't know if I sat and read the entire thing, issue 1 to 130, twice, but I know I've done it at least once. It was a slog through a lot of it, but after the Byrne era, it did pick up speed. yeah. So Aurora being the, I don't know what you call her, trollop that she is very upset that her boyfriend is in the body of a woman. And so she dumps him immediately and starts banging, I think, Roger Box or something, which sends him crazy. And then I think he ends up being a villain that they have to kill. So she's like awesome for the team. I can't stand her. But yeah, this is a weird era of White Sasquatch and White-Haired Lady as Walter Langowski. So very odd stuff. Once again, Alpha Flight's greatest enemies, though, do seem to always be themselves. That's a great drawing of Heather. Heather should never be drawn as like a vixen or a super hot lady, but just like a really normal looking redheaded mom type character. And every time I see that they do that, I'm glad, because I'm like, that is Heather. You shouldn't over sexify, or you shouldn't over whatever Heather. Heather looks supposed to look normal. Yeah, nobody can stand Aurora. She's unbearable. Even Purple Girl can't stand her. And this guy, even though he's got his legs given back to him, they're starting to like mold, and he starts to get all whacked out. And he's like super jealous of Aurora, or because he wants to be with her. It's a mess. Total mess. Of course, she's been like, well, if Walter's going to be gone, then I'm going to just start sleeping with you. Then Walter comes back, and yeah, it is just ridiculous. She immediately dumps him. So yeah, Alpha Flight's greatest enemies is Alpha Flight. Continually. And this guy just sucks. From the very start, you've been scheming behind my back, waiting for your chance to steal my robot, to betray me, to steal my spot in Alpha Flight, and take my place with Aurora. The only basis for that, while you're spewing, Vox, is in your own twisted mind. And friendship dies, will Alpha survive? Yeah, they will. Friendship, that's one thing. Is anybody in Alpha Flight really friends? They don't really seem that nice to each other. It's not just me saying that their greatest enemy is themselves. They spend more time fighting themselves than they spend fighting anyone else. This one looks very familiar. I think it's rather horrible. Yeah. The little tree plant things ended up killing like hundreds of people and civilians and making them mindless tree mutant food. Yeah, it's terrible. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Wow, this page, these pages are way too busy. That is awfully busy. Yeah, I remember these being like really disturbing, because it's got like a pod people type thing going with it. Heather's parents don't like that she's Vindicator, and it's sad. I remember this issue because this issue was actually pretty darn good. The horrifying plant monsters taking over people. And they never like, it's not like they get the people back, I don't think. I think they're dead. Which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, you get these like weird stump men made out of the mutated humans. This is one I can tell you I know I've read more than once. I'm not sure why. Probably just because I love the Heather cover. But this is one that I probably took with me to my grandma's or something that ended up getting read more than a few times. Grandma didn't always have the best stuff to do. So comics, any comic I brought to my grandma's house got read multiple times. Kind of cool. Oh, they do get him back. She burns off all the wood and they're alive inside. I was thinking they were dead. But like I said, that's what happens when you only read this stuff years ago. Last issue here, issue 48. Alpha Flight is on the attack. I've always remembered this cover. This is one I saw in a lot of quarter bins and bargain bins. For some reason, the White Sasquatch era was when they started dropping these in bargain bins. I think this is where Box goes full on like insane and they have to kill him. There is some point where it comes to this, and Aurora doesn't help because she just drives him more insane. He's already like vastly unstable. He gets made more physically unstable. And then she like makes him mentally and emotionally unstable. Yeah. It's a mess. Total mess. Robotech. can't remember how long Walter Langowski is a woman, but it's a while. I want to say like maybe even a full year. At least 12 issues. He's in the white Sasquatch body for a long time. People stuck in a lab, in a jar. That's crazy. All sorts of horrors in a Department H. Makes me wonder how some of these people were ever heroes. Because like Department H was up to some no good stuff. Omega, the guy who like warps flesh. I remember this guy. He's disgusting. Get ready for like several more issues of like the nastiest bio villain that you can imagine. Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. It's so gross. House 2, the second story. I don't remember watching House 2. But anyway, there's 4 issues of Alpha Flight. That's what they are. Not the best era of the book. In fact, this is kind of a dull era because, like I've said, you go from the John Byrne era, where it's really well written with really great art, but moves just asininely slow with no adventure or any excitement or anything like that, to on and off periods where Alpha Flight just has too much going on and the plots are ridiculous, like super ridiculous plots. And then there's just like some dull times. This is one of the dull times. I can think of 2 other slumps coming along in the series, and then tons of wild action after that. This is one of the first big John Byrne post John Byrne slumps. But anyway, that's my thoughts. That's my story. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys later.